Hello everyone, my name is Anita, welcome back to my channel. So I wasn't recording anything here for like 3 weeks because I was basically focusing on myself. I decided to really start to see myself as I am, and if I'm not able to do that, I need someone to witness me in order so that I get the full picture. And I invested some money into something I otherwise would never do. So I decided to invest some money into private one-to-one coaching with someone who basically helps people heal. And I was intrigued because I'm always intrigued when people are so confident that they can pull this off. I really can help people heal. I really can put people into balance. And I do have some of the inner skeptics still. However, there was something about this person that I intuitively felt that I need to reconnect. And oddly enough, his face would pop up in my meditations as well, since I started to consume his content. So I decided that I will listen to my intuition because it's a sign that I cannot really ignore. So even if I will basically spend a lot of money on that, if I learn something about myself in the process, it will be priceless for me because it will help me grow. So I started to see it as an opportunity, as another thing that would basically help me out. And after just first session, something very interesting happened because we started to work on self-forgiveness. And this is something I would never figure out on myself, to do myself, And it shocked me how helpful and how effective this self-forgiveness technique was. And it was really simple. It was basically standing in front of the mirror and saying to yourself that you forgive yourself. It was that simple, And it's funny because, my kind of like hard worker mindset wouldn't like allow it at first because it cannot be really that simple, but it really is. And also sitting in silence, that's actually something that I've been guided to do for quite some time as well. So not just listening to guided meditation, but to sit in silence. But I didn't really know what was I supposed to do in this silence. And that guy told me exactly what to do. So it was another thing that really helped me progress. And what I mean is that in every meditation that I've done, I would feel an uncomfortable feeling in my belly, and I didn't know what to do with it. It was just there, and I kind of grew accustomed to that. And he told me to basically put my gentle attention on it and allow it to do whatever it wanted without judging it in any way, without attaching to it. Just imagine that you basically are outside of it and you just observe it. And Lord of Behold, the more I was just observing and not attaching, the more it was like moving. So at first my body would move, but in the process it would finally go up and manifest with sadness or even crying, So I would cry my eyes out a lot. But after this flood of emotions went through, I would feel peacefulness, like immense peace. And he told me that this peace actually is this energy that is healing you. And the more you work on staying in that energy, the more your body will get into balance, So these were like two key factors that I was basically missing. And I started to somehow understand the whole picture of how true healing happens. So, first of all, you basically practice forgiveness. So it can be self-forgiveness or forgiving others. Depends. You need to check what works for you best. And also this uncomfortable feeling, everyone who are on this journey, I'm sure you all have certain blockages within yourself. So just merely observing without judgment also helps as well. And that's where meditation can be handy. And not exactly like guided meditation. It's enough if you do like silent meditation. But the guided meditations are also quite useful. So I'm still using energy centers now from Dr. Joe because it helps me align energy in my body. So once I get rid of certain emotions from my system, the energy centers work even better because I really feel a change in my energy field when I do that. Also during the day, if I'm like doing something or something triggers me, I catch myself much more often now, and I just observe my reaction. I just observe this knot in my stomach, and I just breathe through it. So I guess the more you just breathe through it and observe it and allow it to move out of you, the more you cleanse yourself. And that's the change. That's actually tangible change that you do when you don't react automatically, but you just observe and allow this emotion to go through you, but without hurting yourself or others. You just breathe through it until it lets you go. I notice how much more peaceful I am. I really feel the change in myself. And that's the change that I was trying so much to achieve. And the more I was trying, oh my God, the worse it would get, you know. I would have like days where I would feel happy and I would think that I have it all figured out. But the more I was convinced I had it all figured out, something else would happen in my life where I would get triggered so much that I wasn't able to do anything. I was just like blaming on myself or everyone around me, and that's just not the way to go if you want to heal. You know, the more you victimize yourself, the more energy you basically waste. I do not regret investing so much money in that guy because he really helped me, and I was guided to him in a way. And I feel that certain people need extra help, and I'm just one of them. And I'm not ashamed at all to admit that. I'm no longer the person that I was, in a sense that I'm no longer super cocky about my healing journey. I'm no longer trying to convince myself that I have it all figured out, because I don't. And there is always this room for errors, and we are all human, we all make errors, and that's how we learn. Without errors, how will we learn otherwise? And I just basically noticed how hard I was for myself, in a sense that I wasn't really allowing much room for errors, and now I do, and now I really feel more compassion to myself than before, and this peacefulness by just breathing through and observing uncomfortable feeling in my body. Simple techniques that really helped me. It really blew my mind, you know. That's what's new in my life right now. And I'm still on self-forgiveness journey. I also started to forgive people more, and we'll see where it gets me, you know. So, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.